Hey, what's up, guys? So today, the topic that I actually wanted to speak about was the Ivan Provorov topic. So pretty much, it's a NHL player. It's this guy right here. He refused to wear a LGBTQ jersey for, I guess, the warm-ups for Pride Month or something. So he refused to wear the jersey, and pretty much he was getting backlash. They wanted to fine him. I think they said they wanted to fine the team almost like $1 million, and people were mad at him, and they wanted, I guess, pushback on his team, wanted him to receive fines. And what actually happened was a dope ending to the story where, because of the publicity that everything got, his jerseys actually ended up selling out, and I guess he made a lot more money for his stance. So the first thing I wanted to talk about was the story itself, and then also what is people's opinions on what's going on in today's climate. Do people think things are getting pushed on others? Do they think he's wrong for not wearing the jersey, the LGBTQ, obviously, Pride Month jersey, or should he have worn it? Well, what would you have done in that situation, and how would you go about it? So one of the things I find very interesting, I just wanted to start off by saying he is a hockey player. I don't think he's that well known. I'm not too sure, because I know his jerseys were not selling like that until this incident. But long story short, he played for a hockey team, and they wanted to have a Pride-themed jersey. And I guess they were just going to wear it for the warm-ups, and he refused to wear it. So some people were saying, why did he refuse to wear it? Because is it like an issue? Does he have an issue with LGBTQ people? And he pretty much said, no, I just don't agree with it for, it's not that I'm anti, but I'm not pro, and I don't agree with it, and I don't want to support it, and I don't want to wear that jersey to promote that message. And it was very interesting how people reacted, and they were almost mad at him. They wanted to cancel him, and it was like a big deal. And I just find it very interesting because I remember being in school, and one of the things I always found interesting when I would hear people speak about this topic is when people pretty much make it seem like everything has to be inclusive. When I found it very interesting, I remember when I was in school, when I was younger, a teacher that I had, for some reason, I just remember them having, they always had a Bible in the classroom. They had a Bible on the table. He never preached to us. He wasn't a preacher. He was not a preachy person, like people that just always want to bring up religion. That was not his thing, but he did almost incorporate it into his teaching. So I guess he kind of did, but not really. Where it was like he was a faith-based man. So anything he was teaching, he would just bring it back. It's like normal. Some people, they love sports, so they talk about sports in all aspects of life. They use sports to explain and describe stuff. So I think his version was this religion, and he would use that to explain and describe stuff. One of the things that was very interesting, so I guess one day they found out, well, somebody must have said something, or I don't know, but they saw the Bible that he had on his desk. And one of the things that I found very interesting was that I just remember our principal coming in and speaking to him. And I was so young, I didn't understand what was going on at the time, but I just remember the principal being very angry and just like, not like yelling or anything like that, because he wasn't yelling, but just, he was very much so just trying to say, like, he was just very stern. And then he escorted him out the classroom. He was gone for a bit. We had like a substitute for a little bit, and then he came back, no more Bible, and we never saw that again. One of the things I find very interesting was, even when you'll see classrooms now, like virtual classrooms, or you'll see YouTube videos of people teaching, these are real teachers, they'll have a Pride Month flag or a gay pride flag in the classroom, which is a symbol of gay pride, which is very interesting because if I'm a teacher, I cannot have a picture of Jesus Christ in my classroom. I'm 100% sure, because that will be against the policies of the school, because schools are not allowed to have religious standings in school, because it can offend Muslims, unorthodox Jews, or anything. You never know what somebody's religion is. So if we have to take this approach of not offending religious people, in the sense of you can't promote religion because you're not sure what religion somebody falls under, denomination or anything on that spectrum. They could be of any religion, or they might just not be religious at all and they don't want to hear about it, which is fair and that needs to be respected. But what I find very interesting is if these people get punished just for having a Bible in a classroom, why is it so much leeway when it comes to the other side of it, where they can have a gay pride flag sitting right here on a wall? And I've seen it myself, like where it's sitting on a wall in a classroom, and you know the teacher is gay, and you know, and even if they weren't, why is that flag something where it's almost like used like the American flag almost, and it's not, which is just very interesting to me, where we're so stern on one thing and we're so big on not making anyone feel uncomfortable on one side of the aisle. When it came to religion, that was always their thing. You never know where somebody stands. That was always the excuse. But now, and religion was taken out of schools completely, entirely. But now this point and this side of it is being brought into schools, and it's being taught to, and again, I don't want to push it on anybody and saying that they are teaching it, but the way I look at it is, if you have those symbols in the classroom, kids are very curious and they'll ask questions. Because I know for a fact, when we were in school and if a teacher brought in something, the first thing we're going to do is ask them, what's that? And if a gay teacher or a person that's of that belief or under that banner in any way, LGBTQ or whatever, brings in a gay pride flag and hangs it right above their chair in the classroom, even if they themselves don't bring it up, a student will ask, and they'll stop the class and be like, hey, Miss such and such or Mr. such and such, what does that mean? And then I'm pretty sure they're going to go into it very happily and explain what it is. And the same way where we cannot bring in religious items and Bibles and Qurans or Quran, however you say it, and have them sitting in a classroom, that can then lead a child to then ask the question of saying, what is that, or how does this work, or can you explain it to me? I feel the same way about gay rights or beliefs need to stay out of the classroom entirely, and that needs to be something you do on your personal time, because that's no one's child's business, because you don't know what those people might believe in their household, and that teacher has no right to then dictate when their parents teach them about this subject or when they learn about it. Now, if they learn about it in school, that's fine. Kids will learn anything they want in school, because I was in school, they were doing all type of crazy stuff. So, hey, it is what it is. But the teacher doesn't need to be the one to do it, and they should not be the one allowed to push any type of narrative towards someone's child, because you don't know what that parent believes or where they stand or where they might fall on the line, if that makes sense. So let me know your beliefs, outlooks. Do you think it's an agenda in any way? Do you think anything's being pushed on kids? What's your belief on that? And do you feel like there's something we can do as a community to either progress it if you feel like it needs to be progressed, or stop it if you feel like it needs to be stopped? And let me know in the comments below what your opinion on it is. Please like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you very much. My name is Matt, and I don't have a name for my channel yet, but I will have one soon. Just check us out. Thanks.